Hi guys, today we're going to be making a Hello Kitty hairband set. And if you haven't seen my kitty cat hairband video, I'll leave a link in the description box. You'll have to have one of those from that video made. And instead of having little pink centers and an outer ear color, you want to make the whole thing white. Even like the connector bands, the outside, and the little center here, so, and a white hairband. So you'll have to have one of these made for to make this video. And you make this and just put it aside, and we'll just be making the large bow in this video. Okay, and this is an original design. It is a little bit tricky. It's an advanced level design, so I hope you don't have any trouble with it. You'll need your loom and your hook, and with your arrows pointing away from you. You can do this in the rectangle position or the staggered position. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so you'll need about 150-ish red bands, and or pink, and 2 black bands, and about 3 or 4 C-clips just to attach it onto the hairband. Okay, so we're going to start with single red bands, one in the center, one going from center to left, one down the center, then one center to right. Okay, so from this point on we're going to be using double bands, 2 bands. We're going to do the double bands 4 times on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 times on the right. Okay, and then from the center we're going to do a little bit different. We're going to have triple bands. So 3 bands 3 times. Okay, so now we have 1 space missing. On this one we're going to put 5 bands. I know it seems like a lot, but just to give it some breadth. Okay, and so from here we're going to put the double bands again, 2 single bands, 3 times. And the same for the right side. Okay, now we're going to put our connector bands, single reds, just where this middle line ends right here. Connect all the rows that have 3 rows. And on this, where the triangle ends, you want to take 1 single band, but you want to loop it once, just like that. And then put it across. Okay? You want to turn your loom around. You want to take 1 single red band and make a capping band. And take it and then loop it twice. So when you turn it to the side, you should be seeing 5 bands on this peg. 2 from these, and then 3 from the loops of the capping band. And the same for the other side. So you'll see 5 bands on that peg as well. Okay, so you want to loop these 3, go into the capping band, get the bottom 2 bands, And just stop there. And you want to do the same for the other side. Go into the capping band, grab the bottom 2 bands, loop those 3. Okay, so you want to take these off their pegs until where the middle line starts, and then loop it over and then hang it on this peg right here. Okay, so that should be the 1, 2, 3, 4th peg from the top where you hang that. So it'll be the same for the other side. Take it off until the end of the 45-degree angle of the bands, and then loop it over to the 4th peg from the top. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the peg that you want to loop it on. So it's going to hang off the side here. Okay, so for this last connecting band, you want to take one end and then just loop it inwards. Okay. So you want to go into the channel, this peg right here, the first one with bands, get the bottom 2 bands and loop this row. Loop it right to the end of the V there. Okay, you want to skip the middle, you want to do the right side first. Go into the channel, get the bottom 2 bands. Loop that whole row. Right up until the end of the V. Okay, now you want to go to the center, and for this row you're going to take those first 5 bands and then loop it over the connector band and loop it on like that. Then you want to go into the channel, get those bottom 3 bands, and then loop that over. We'll loop the next 3 bands, the next 3 bands. Then you want to stop right there, and you want to grab one of these black bands. But for these black bands, you're going to have to make a little loop like we did when we made our electric mixer. Make a little knot at the very end, so it's about that big. Oh gosh. Okay, so you want something like this. Put it down so you can see better. And then you're going to want to go into this inside the middle of the V here and grab that one single band that's there. And then you're going to want to hook this through that black band like that. Okay? I'll do it again just to show you. I guess you could just put it on top just like this, and then grab that one single band and then loop it over, and then go into the bottom, into this channel, grab the one single band and then loop it over. Okay, I'm going to take the pressure off these last row here. Okay, so put your hook through these first 2 bands like that, and you can take this off your loom. work around with it until you get your desired shape. Take a little adjusting. And so you want to take one end of one of these two ends, pull it through one of the other ones, and then just make a slip knot to secure it. Okay, so we're back now, and we've made both sides of the bow exactly the same. And I did forget to mention that we will need one clear jelly band. If you don't have clear jelly bands, you can always use just one more, actually any color, because you won't be able to see it, like pink or red or some kind of similar color, because you might be able to get a peek of it. So I'm choosing clear jelly. And what you'll have to do, we're making the little round center now, so to make a little perfect circle, and it's going to look something like this. And we're going to take one single band. We're doing this by hand with our hook, so it is going to take a little bit of concentration. And we're going to loop it twice, so we're going to see 3 bands, and this is going to be the center of our little circle. So you can see how you can barely see it, so that's what I mean. I'm just using a different color so we always know where the base is, and just because we're gonna have to keep finding the base, so if it's the same color as your other bands, it gets a little bit confusing for me anyways. So that's why I'm using clear jelly bands. So while I was making this, I realized that I did not have enough red bands on hand, so I will be using some of my reused red squashed bands, so I hope you don't mind. Okay, so you take your clear jelly band and loop it twice, so you have 3 bands, and then you're going to take one single red band and then hook it on the end there, and then you're going to want to pull that through, so this is in the center, and then you're going to want to loop it back on like that. Okay, so now that's hooked on like this. Then you're going to want to take 2 single bands, hook it on, and then pull that through, and then hook it back on. So it's like this. It's kind of like a single chain bracelet. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Pull 2 bands through. So now we really got a chain going on. Okay, so now you want to take the end of your hook and then put it through. We're going back to the center, go through all 3 bands. So it's hooked on like this. Now we're going back to a single band again, and then pull it through just the jelly bands like this, and then hook it back on like that. Okay, so now we're making a little rainbow, upside down rainbow. Okay, so 2 single bands, and now we're going to be pulling these 2 bands through all of these bands. There should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on there. So pull these 2 through these 6, and then hook it back on just like that. Okay, and 2 single bands, pull that through the ending. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the center of the jelly, the clear jelly, get 1 band, pull it through, and then get the other part of that jelly and that red. Okay, 2 red bands, pull it through all 6, and hook it back on. Okay, 2 single bands through these. Okay, so go through the jelly again, the clear jelly. After we go through the jelly, it's always 1 single band. Then after the single that goes to the jelly, we get 2 single bands and loop it through these 6 bands. And after we've done the going through the 6, we're going to do 2 bands again and then go through these 4. Hook it on again. Okay, so you can see our little things start to form. So now we're going to start in the center again, go through the hole's going to get tighter, so go through that. After the hole we go single, loop it on like that. Then we have 6 on there again, so we're going to grab 2, pull that through all 6, loop that on. So now we have 4 on there. So we're going to grab another 2, loop it through. So go back into the clear jelly, get 1 single band, hook it on like that. So now of course we have 6, grab 2 bands, bring 2 through all 6, loop it on again. We're almost done. Go through the clear jelly again, 1 single band, loop it on. Okay, so we have 6 bands again. Grab 2 bands, hook them on, pull them through, and loop that on end. Okay, so we're almost done here. I think we might do one more. Okay, go through the hole again, grab 1, hook the other end on. So now you have 6, grab 2 single bands, hook that through all 6, loop it back on again. Okay, I'm going to take 2 single bands. So now on the very end of the other side, not the side that you have here, but this side, you're going to have the first 4 that you meet here, go through that, get 2 single bands, pull it through those first 4, and then these 4. Okay, so now everything's hung on like that. And grab the other end, hook it on, pull these 2 through this, and kind of tug on it so it's secure. And kind of bring it to the other side, the back. This doesn't matter which side it is, they're identical. So whichever side you choose to hide it on, you just want to weave the ending so it's hidden into any loose bands. Okay, so you want to tug at it until you have a nice circle. So now that we've made all 3 parts to, well, 4 parts, 3 parts to our bow, we're gonna be tying these 2 together. So you take these little 2 loose ends, and we're just gonna tie them like you would tie a shoelace. Well, just a knot, so it's secure like that. Okay. And then we're going to take our middle one, and that's going to be right in the center, like this. So we're going to take these, one of these loose ends. One's going to be for the top, one's going to be for the bottom. I'm going to go through the little round here, pull that loose end through, and then get the other side, get the ending and pull it through. So now it's back on the back, okay? So we're going to take that end and then pull it around one of these large edges so it's secure. And if it's still loose, you want to maybe go, a couple more times around. And now you have the other end. So we'll use, since we did this side, we're going to secure this side. Go through the round from the front, grab one of the ends, pull it through, then go through from the back, grab the end, and then pull it through. Since we tied it on this side, we're going to tie it on the other side. And if it's still loose, you want to tie it again. Okay, now we're back to the front. Okay, so it will be wobbly, but your bow is done now. All we have to do is secure it to our hairband. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go through the back of the hairband so we see the top of the round. Okay, grab one red band, pull it through to the back of the hairband. We want to secure a C-clip on there, like that. We'll bring our hook through again to the front, grab the other end, and bring it back onto the C-clip. So now the top is secure. And we're going to do the same for the bottom. Go through the bottom of the hairband, go through the bottom of the round, grab one single band, pull it to the back, secure it with a C-clip. Okay, go couple down, go through the round again, grab that band, bring it back onto the C-clip. Okay, so now it's secure from behind. Just tug out the little black bands until you're satisfied. And then you're done. So this is perfect just in time for Halloween. And if you want to be Hello Kitty, this will be a really cute addition to your costume. So I hope you like my design, and we'll see what you are for Halloween. Maybe Hello Kitty. Thanks. See you next time.